While there are position battles all over the field, there's one position that's pretty much already wrapped up, and it's an important one. The punter. UVA pitching coach Carl Kuhn is actually a Florida graduate, while the head coach of the Florida Gators, Kevin O'Sullivan, guess where he went to school? The University of Virginia. Anticipation for Hokies football under new head coach Justin Fuente continues to grow as we're only days away from fall camp. The win pushes the Hokies record to 19-13 on the year, just one win away from a 20-win season. While the first round of the draft is surrounded by plenty of fanfare, there's a lot of talent to be found throughout all 7 rounds. Just 3 years ago, the New Orleans Saints began to make the Greenbrier their second home for training camp. They even had to earn their way into fall practices, and now that those practices are underway, there's that much more to earn. UVA was on the verge of their 4th consecutive ACC road loss when Darius Thompson connected on his one and only shot of the entire game. Racing is the order of the weekend at Bristol, but in just 3 weeks, the Speedway will host the most attended college football game in NCAA history. After a roller coaster of a season with plenty of ups and downs, the Hoos got hot at the right time, and it's only fitting that this unexpected group of Cavaliers were the first to bring home a national championship to UVA. On most days, this is where you can find Doug Fonder.
Dropped your hips some.
Coaching young swimmers like 17-year-old Khalil.
Okay, 2 more.
At either the indoor or the outdoor pool, his permanent rasp is a testament of the countless lessons he's given over the last 47 years.
A coach's role is to make every athlete you're with the best they can be.
I get to the goal that I got to just by listening to him, because he believed that I could do it when I think I couldn't do it.
But his coach's belief in his abilities didn't begin in the swimming pool. Instead, it began when the Fonders adopted Khalil at the age of 5.
It came about like, would we help out for a short while? We said, sure, you know, like more like a foster parent would.
For some reason, somebody just thought, you know, this little boy needs a home.
We have 5 grown kids. We had just put our last one in college.
We went from going to Outback for dinner to McDonald's again, so that's for Happy Meals.
All of a sudden it built into, you know, forever.
While Khalil may have grown up looking different from the rest of his family, he says it's all the same to him.
I didn't see it any different from having black parents and white parents. It didn't really make a difference.
There aren't differences. You know, skin and color should not make a difference in anything that goes on in society. I was adopted, okay? And I think he's going to be a good spokesperson for that because he truly believes it.
And for the last 12 years, Khalil has proven to be a regular chip off the old block, recently swimming his way into the Olympic trials.
I love swimming, I love my family, and I couldn't repay them in any way. So when I swim, I do it for them, to show them the love that I have for them, and I love them to death, and I wouldn't change anything for my family.
He means the world to this family. I mean, he is this family.
In Roanoke, Zac Glover, WDBJ7. Wes Hobbs loves to compete, whether it's on the track, soccer field, or of course, on the basketball court. But he never imagined just how much his love of playing sports would be put to the test.
When I was in the hospital, you know, it's kind of like, just kept going through my mind, like, why? You know, I was trying to think, what did I do wrong? You know, and I went through everything I might have done wrong, you know, because I thought I was doing pretty good in life.
In October of 2014, Wes was on the way to meet his dad, Bruce, for breakfast when he hydroplaned off the road.
When I came around the curve there, I didn't know what to think. My heart just dropped. And they wouldn't let me go close to the car. The state patrolman kept me back, and I just wanted to let him know that I was there. I mean, I kept hollering at him, you know, to let him know that I was there.
Ended up hitting a tree on the front left side of the car, and it scooted over, trapped my leg in there. I don't really remember much.
After being trapped in the vehicle for 40 minutes, Wes was airlifted to Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital. He suffered 22 total fractures in his face, severe lacerations on his shoulder, a broken femur, and a completely shattered lower left leg. A lower leg that would no longer be the same.
After 6 or 7 surgeries, we were in ICU, and the doctors started talking about amputation. Lynn and I both, we tried to get him off the medications and all the, you know, drugs and stuff like that, so he can make a rational decision and try to let him make that decision, not us.
You know, I saw the look on his face when we told him, and it was, you know, hard to see.
But after the initial shock of potentially losing a limb, the answer became clear to Wes.
If I kept it, you know, I'd be able to walk around, you know, semi-normally. It would look normal somewhat, but I wouldn't be able to play sports. And so I was like, you know, I've been a huge sports guy my whole life. So I was like, well, there's only one option here, guys.
The decision to amputate eventually led Wes back to Roanoke and Virginia Prosthetics, where he would be helped by those who know exactly what he's been through, including his personal practitioner, Doug Smiley.
This particular unique situation, I have a lot of experience because I was a traumatic victim myself. So, you know, with a prosthesis, life changes, but life is not over.
You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And that was always our motto in basketball, you know, and turned out it's meant a lot more to me than just for basketball, you know. It's been a big change and it's been an adjustment for sure. But, you know, God's helped me through the whole thing and I've accepted it.
And it's that acceptance that has enabled Wes and his family to continually move forward.
I've told him several times basically that it's okay to cry and okay to talk about it, and he doesn't have to be a hero all the time, but he has been.
It's just such a blessing to Bruce and I to have the attitude that he had, because when you know your son's doing okay, you're doing okay.
Looking at myself now, I see a crippled person, but I see a better person through that. You know, yeah, I'm handicapped now for the rest of my life, but it's handicapped physically, but I'd say I'm strengthened mentally and in other ways.
And those other ways certainly include his ability to empower everyone around him by simply standing on his own 2 feet. In Princeton, West Virginia, Zac Glover, WDBJ-7.